Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for January 31, 2024. Please remember to leave a comment, like, and share. And in the news this afternoon, new trial date for men arrested in billion-dollar cocaine bust. A boat captain and two fishermen who were arrested in December 2022 in a billion-dollar cocaine bust on a vessel off the coast of St. Thomas are to go on trial on March 5 in the St. Thomas Parish Court. Delroy Bremer, 57, boat captain of Florence Hall in Trelawney, was charged along with fisherman Omar Nugent of White River in St. Anne and Jomia White of Stewarttown, St. Mary. The trio is facing charges of conspiracy, dealing in, possession, importation, and the transportation of cocaine. The new trial date was scheduled on Tuesday after the fishermen's lawyer Keith Bishop renewed their bail application, which was again dismissed by Parish Judge Sanchia Borrell. The judge maintained the prosecution's objection that if granted bail, the men are likely to flee the country. In the meantime, Bremer, who was previously granted bail on humanitarian grounds, had his bail extended in his absence. The court was informed that he is ill. Attorneys at law Clive Mullins and Andrew Graham had applied for bail on Bremer's behalf last January, noting that he has several medical conditions. According to reports, the men were arrested on December 26, 2022, when the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard intercepted the vessel and seized several knitted bags containing a white powdery substance resembling cocaine. The substance reportedly weighed 521 kilograms and had an estimated street value of $1.3 billion. It is believed that the cocaine was destined for Colombia. Jamaican jailed for escaping from immigration custody in Antigua. A magistrate court in Antigua sentenced a Jamaican woman 7 months in jail on Tuesday for escaping lawful custody. The Jamaican, who had been on the run for the past week, surrendered to the Immigration Department on Sunday and was sentenced at the All Saints Magistrate Court when she appeared before Magistrate Ngayo Emmanuel. It is reported that on January 20, 30-year-old Tiffany Stephanie Howell and another Jamaican national, 23-year-old Donnelly Samantha Summon, escaped the Immigration Department's detention center where they were being housed by breaking a bathroom window. Howell, who was charged for escaping lawful custody, appeared in the All Saints Magistrate Court on Monday, where she pleaded guilty to the charge that carries a maximum 1-year jail term. The authorities continue to appeal to the public for assistance in locating someone who remains on the run. Someone is described as being dark in complexion, approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall, with a slim build, and weighing around 125 pounds. The police also warned the public that they should refrain from aiding, sheltering, or approaching her, and anyone with information about someone's whereabouts should contact the Immigration Enforcement Unit. EOJ not worried about a timeline for local government election, says Brown. Following concerns raised by Advocates Network co-chair Robert Stevens about the timeline for the local government election, the Electoral Office of Jamaica says it is outside its remit to identify what would be a less disruptive timeline for the poll to be held. Mr. Stevens on Tuesday morning expressed a concern that given the 3 weeks constitutionally allotted for the time between when an election is called and when it is held, it seems likely that there will be disruptions across schools if the election is called now. He said the ideal timing for the poll has already passed, as this would have coincided with the midterm break. But the Director of Elections, Glasspool Brown, said the EOJ's mandate is to ensure the polls are conducted following announcement of Election Day.
We are guided by what the Act says, and the Act is quite specific in terms of timeline from announcement to nomination day, and from nomination to the day when the election is executed. And they said for us as an organization, we are set up to execute election, and therefore we have to be prepared based on that. It's not for me to comment with that, what to be a safe day as schools, etc., etc. We have started our preparation from way back, trying to recruit our election day workers. We have been training them. There have been a number of things, acquiring the necessary stationery, and putting in place the logical support. So we are comfortable with where we want to be, where we are now, in terms of where we wanted to be. There are some activities that won't begin until nomination day.
Person of interest in the rape of a 91-year-old woman in custody. A person of interest has been taken into custody in relation to the alleged rape of a 91-year-old woman in Darlaston, Westmoreland on Saturday night. While not disclosing the identity of the individual, Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of the Westmoreland Police Division, Wayne Josephs, told the news on Tuesday afternoon that a DNA sampling will be done to ascertain if the individual is a suspect. A person of interest has been taken into custody and the investigation continues, SSP Josephs disclosed. Reports from the police are that the elderly woman was alone at home in her two-bedroom board-dwelling house when she was awakened by strange sounds from her rear window, after which she then saw a man in her room who held her down and had sexual intercourse with her against her will. According to the lawman, entry was gained to the house by removing several louver blades from a rear window. She then called a neighbor who contacted the police. The police then transported her along with a relative to the hospital where she was medically examined. Investigation continues. Voice mentioned robbery, but a contractor killer says mission was murder. Confessed contractor killer Denverlin Bubba Minot was on Tuesday unable to explain to the 7-member jury what a man purported to be murder-accused Everton Beach Stout MacDonald meant when he mentioned a robbery in what Minot said was a secret recording between himself and MacDonald. Minot, who gave evidence in September last year, returned as a witness on Tuesday to continue giving evidence in the trial and to identify the voices on recordings of alleged phone conversations between himself and MacDonald, which he claimed he secretly captured. MacDonald and the co-accused Oscar Barnes are on trial for the July 20, 2020 murder of MacDonald's second wife, Tonya. Minot, who is serving a 19-year prison sentence for the murder, had told the court that MacDonald hired him for $3 million to kill his wife. He alleged that he subcontracted the hit to Barnes, who stabbed Tonya to death and cut her throat while he only watched. Tonya's body was found on the main road in Sherwood Forest, Portland. The recordings in question were alleged to have been of discussions of a plot to murder Tonya, according to Minot. However, in one of the recordings, the voice which Minot attributed to MacDonald expressed the desire for a domestic helper to witness a robbery at the house he shared with his wife in Dolphin Bay, Portland. Minot was heard discussing with the other man the numerous occasions he had visited the house, walked around it, and watched the occupants through windows with the aim of carrying out a particular act. He even told the man on the phone that he had brought his son and a taxi driver with him on the mission. For one reason or another, Minot failed on each attempt at the house to do what he went there to do. He expressed to the other man on the phone that he didn't feel as if the act should still take place at the house. He even made a mention that he had plans to take Tonya away from the house. When asked by prosecutor Sophia Rowe why he went to the house, Minot said that he was there to kill Tonya, a woman with whom he claimed he had a sexual relationship. On one of the recordings, the man said to be MacDonald mentioned wanting the event to seem like robbery, but Minot claimed on Tuesday that he knew nothing about any robbery. "I don't know what robbery was being referred to," Minot said. The voice attributed to MacDonald told Minot that he was at risk of losing the work to men in Kingston who were ready and capable. The man also made it clear to Minot that he did not want to be anywhere near the house when the act was being committed. He said he wanted things to appear as though he stumbled on the crime and therefore emphasized to Minot that he had to answer his phone every time he called to ensure that events ran smoothly and as planned. On one occasion, the voice attributed to MacDonald said to Minot, "Or something when me want the help and no say no me. Me go hang back half an hour and drive up a village. When me reach now, you go done work because you not go take 1 hour to finish. Me always go in after she like half an hour after. Me want the helper call me phone and say, yo, something happen. Remember to bang a phone with the pan now where we are go dispose."